Good morning, everyone. Today's the 25th of January 2017. I apologize, didn't get to make the video yesterday, but I am presenting to you now with humble humility, to say the least. And the reason why I said that is because I lost yesterday, and never done this before, but placed in a trade, went to work, placed a stop and a target, I guess, and which could have been a win, but turned out it ended up being a loser, and that's why you see that there's this little bubble here, and that's kind of where my stop was. And so talk about the price entry yesterday, price action, and this always gets me, and I don't know why I haven't learned my lesson, I guess, but when the price is forming in this manner, meaning it forms a really tight support here, as you can see, and it suddenly broke out of that. I'm thinking short, right? But suddenly it reverses and takes all the highs over here, and then reverses again, and then makes this kind of a I don't know what technical name for that is, but it seems like the price is widening, and then essentially it went up. So the problem yesterday, yeah, and I did lose, so I think I lost about 25 ticks if I'm not mistaken per contract. So anyhow, so my last awesome entry was that I said, okay, well, if this thing is gonna make a new low, I waited for this candle right here, and when I saw this candle forming a double bottom, I think that's like a two island top or something like that is what it's called. But it puts out two wicks right here and a double bottom right there. I knew there was a potential to the upside, so and this was kind of like my last and final trade yesterday, and I said, okay, if this is going to work out, then we need to start buying over here. And judging from this, you know what they say, look left, trade right. So as you can see, this thing, I mean, it's strong. It took out the highs, and then came back down this way. So I was like, okay, well, if this is truly gonna uptrend today, then I'm gonna take a long. So at this point, when I saw this candle, I started participating at this level, which I'm going to gray out right here. So at this level, there's going to be some buying. So imagine you don't have these candles. So at the time that I purchased it or when I got in for an entry, it was like this. So actually, it was barely like this. So when I got in, I took that trade right there. So and I just placed my stop like I think 4 or 5 ticks below that, and I was really trying to target 53.85, thinking, well, if this is going to be strong, uh, this is going to move. So what I did is I put in my entry, but for um, some reason yesterday it just wasn't price action wise. It's not behaving the way I have seen it in the past, and actually, I've seen it somewhat before, but you know, one this is one of those days that you just set it and forget it kind of entries, meaning you don't move your stop, you just allow it to happen. Because yesterday, had I moved my stop yesterday with my normal 10 ticks, if it goes, in my favor, then I probably would have gotten stopped out. So what I did is I just kind of left work, and yesterday I was having some internet problem. I'm having connectivity, and I started looking at my IP traffic, and I'm seeing IP addresses I have never recognized before. Because normally I take note of all the IP addresses that goes in and out of my network. So yesterday I was seeing that, and finally I shut all my machine because I was thinking I was getting hacked. So uh, so I noted the IP address. So it's probably just a matter of time for me to put some time to find it, but find whoever is trying to get into my system. But anyway, suddenly I lost internet connection. I just it was just being. I mean, if this wasn't a bad day already, you add technical problems, that's gonna even make your day a little bit worse. So I kind of set the feeling aside, and I said, okay, I'm gonna just set it and forget it. And sure enough, at this point, 56. My target was 80. 84 or 85, I think. And I said, oh, okay. I'm, at this point I'm already at work, and I'm like, oh, maybe 30 more ticks till my target. And as soon as I saw this, I knew it was done. The run was done. So, anyways, as a result of yesterday's trading, I lost. But it's a learning opportunity. So yesterday, I guess if I have to say, my learning opportunity is essentially trying to wait for the best setup, because yesterday I was kind of getting hot-handed yesterday. So as you can see, my trades are kind of close to each other. So I need to maybe go for a higher time frame. And I think the reason for this sideways, kind of this crazy price fluctuation is because if you look at the daily, so as you can see, the daily, I mean, this is somewhat indecision, right? You have where does it even start? Red, green. I mean, okay, so it's like you got red, green, red, green. Now it's red again, and look like this might be support, or so even the rich people doesn't have a direction on where they're gonna take this target. So something like this, I think I'm even gonna try to skip trading today just because of this fact right here. Um, it's never good to be in this kind of sideways range. And today being a Wednesday, even even this looks like it's going to go down. It's possible that this thing might just shoot up right at 9:30 Central when this thing starts when the report comes out. So however, my bias is still to the long side. I mean, the only way that would change is I mean, immediate wise is when I start breaking this and start going lower, then 5268 might be an area of interest for me to start changing my bias. But until then, I mean, right now my bias for price is still long, even though it looks like this. So, but like I said, I might not trade today. One reason is that I've been going to work at like 9 o'clock or so. But so if I find something, I'll try to capture on video. If not, then I'll just post this just so for I guess I want you to see the day-to-day grind. Not every day is a winner. If you're thinking that you can win thousands and thousands of dollars every day, I think that's probably, and most traders think like this. I mean, they always think about the money that they could make, and they always forget the money that they can also lose. So, and I think that's probably more important. If you're gonna lose money, lose small, lose slow. So, and that's what most traders. It's like, especially if you're beginning, you always get, there's tons of YouTube videos on how to make thousands of dollars, but no one really talks about on what you should do when you lose thousands of dollars. Nobody wants to talk about that. So I think I'm gonna take the opposite side of the discussion and talk about what kind of things that you should do when you're losing. So anyways, so this is a good example that at least learn from my expense type scenario. So in the meanwhile, video is almost 10 minutes, so I'm gonna pause the video. If I catch something, I'll try to catch it on tape. I'll be back. Okay, so just quick update here. I haven't taken any trades. Just I noticed this one right here, the tape started going really, really fast at this level right here, getting slammed down at this level. So if you were reading the tape, it wouldn't surprise me this thing kind of pops up a little bit. So around this area, I'm really waiting on this 5264 and 5256. There's going to be transaction to the upside here, so it looks like it's trying to get there quickly. So I think I'm going to give this one a shot just because 56, what is that? Almost 10 ticks of risk. So use my extension here. This includes my let's see, 56. So that's a good risk reward, right? So if I take this risk, I expect it to come back to 88. It's pretty good. I'm gonna remove. All right, so I'm gonna trying to get in it. I might have missed the boat here. Alright, well, I'll pause the video. I'm gonna cancel this one. I think I might have missed the boat, so I'm not gonna chase it. I'm gonna let it come to me, so I'll cancel this now. Alright, I'll pause the video. I'll come back. Okay, guys, just taking a risk here. I got in 57. Stop is, let's see, what is that? 3 ticks. So we'll see if this would work out for me, because you can see the tape is starting to crunch up over here, and so is this one. So there's certainly a transaction happening right there. So now is the question, this is left with, is the bull or the bear going to win on this battle? So but one way to find out, I guess. And I mean, my risk is very small. It's like one, two, about 3 ticks. So I'm not worried. All right. Well, I'll pause the video. I'll come right back. Okay, guys, starting to work kind of a little bit in my favor here. Just gonna go ahead and put it to break even +1, just below this wick right here. So I figured if it's going to make a new low, then I'll just allow it to take me out if it needs to. So we'll see. Right now it's a winning trade already. If anything, I'll win 1 tick, cover commission. If I get stopped out, then I'm gonna stick to my discipline here. Anyways, I'll pause the video and I'll come right back. Oh wait, we might get stopped out here, so see, let's try to capture this one. We'll see. Alright, I'll pause the video. I'll come right back. I don't want to waste minutes here. Okay, guys, so that's first target hit. I took 11 ticks out of that one. Good trade, good execution. Plan is followed. Traded according to plan here. So right now the range is about 53 cents for today, including the Globex session. So right now I'm just kind of taking what, if you divide that by 4, that's a little bit over like 12 and a half, maybe 13 ticks. So so if I can take 20% of that, then it's good, right? You can capture a good chunk of the range for the given day. I think this might even go up to where I say it's going to, but it's okay. I can always take another trade. So in the meanwhile, it's 13 minutes. I'll come right back. Popped more than that I bargained for, I guess. And for those who are watching the channel or watching my channel to learn, so that I don't come out to be a rocket genius over here, and I don't want you to think that I have the secret sauce, or I don't know what people are selling nowadays, but just kind of the rationale, the mental rationale behind what I did is that if you look at 10 minutes, you can see this thing here just double bottom right there, and then popped out of this consolidated area. So if you're watching this channel just for the educational purposes, I guess, so as you can see, this thing double bottom, push up, and got away from kind of this level. So when we revisited that, I think couple of days already. It's been doing this for a while now, but when it puts out a wick, it seems like the transaction is happening at the wick. So that's why I canceled my order at 64, because I just happen to remember the last few days of trading, I think either Monday, when it puts out a wick like this, and this doesn't happen every day, by the way, so don't try it every day, only when you see it. But anyhow, if you're just a pure price action kind of guy, um, you could see that there's a wick right there, right? And that this kind of gave it a confirmation. This thing's starting to go up. Revisit that price transaction took place there, and you can see pop it goes, right? And so when the price came up this way, I started buying there. That was a you want to buy your favorite sweater when it's cheap, right? You don't want to buy it when it's expensive. If that makes any sense. So that's exactly what I did. I bought it when it's cheap, sold it when it hits my profit. So why did I take 11, even though I measured it to be 3 to 1? Um, right now, the range is, like I said, the range is very, very, very small. So whether you realize it or not, this is this is a game of risk, so the sooner you can take your risk off the table, the better you'll be. So does that mean I'm I'm suggesting scalping? There's appropriate time for scalping, and the range being so small, I think today is appropriate to start scalping. Just so you could you don't what am I trying? What's the word I'm trying to find here? So that way you can make money in all market conditions. So and that's why I did what I did. Anyways, so no rocket genius there, and this is how I keep my trading kind of simple. Um, I know there's a couple of um, so I guess viewer suggesting using the use of RSI and all this indicators that are built into your software, and that's great. I don't if you can get it to work, I think trading really it's whatever that can get you to make money. That's what's important. So if somebody says you're wrong, then then not everyone shares the same trading style. Is what I'm trying to say. So if you can get it to work, great, awesome. But for me, however, I just couldn't. So that's the reason why I took everything out of my chart, just put out a clean one, and I just mainly my trading style is mainly price action. So I'm sitting here analyzing price movement, and like I said, I mentioned tape reading and all that stuff. That's kind of my bread and butter. I shouldn't say secret sauce, because I just don't believe in the secret of anything. So anyways, so that's kind of my trading style. So whether you like this trading style or not, if you find value in it, and you think you can incorporate it to your trading, then like I said, the only thing you're trying to really satisfy here is to make sure that you're profitable, or you can actually trade and get directions correctly. So anyhow, that's why I'll never argue someone's trading technique, because it's always going to be different for everyone. So and that's why that's what creates a market, right? It's a zero sum game. At the end of the day, there is an equivalent amount of loser and winners. So and that's what makes this tick. So you're either on the long side or the short side. So anyways, all right, well, I'll pause this video. It's getting long. I'll come back. I switched to a 3 minute chart just because the 1 minute's kind of noisy. But I was really hoping this thing would follow through. I noticed a pop, at 8:55 Central Time. It's getting close to the report. So what I was really, and normally typically what happens is it's just you get this momentum drive that happens sometimes. So I was really hoping that was it, but when you're wrong, you go ahead and put your stop right there. And worst case now, I'm just paying for the I'm just paying for commission. I mean, not really paying commission. It's a winning trade already. So I was really hoping this thing is going to run, and that's what it looks like it's happening right now. Um, it's one of those kind of a Santa Claus rally, I guess you could say. So if you look at the 10-minute chart right now, from where I'm speaking, it's it's um, it's it's completely reversing. You see this candle right here? It's completely reversing. So I was hoping it just takes its run and yeah, see pop like this. You can see this one's popping now. So those are one of those. It's very seldom that you'll get this kind of move, but when you do catch it, you just take the direction where it's going, and normally it really pays off. So um, all right, well I'll pause the video. I'll come right back. It's getting close to 9 o'clock, anyways. I'm gonna go to work. Unfortunately, I know this thing is gonna run. It's gonna run real good, actually. So I was just happen to be at the right time. I'm just sitting here watching the market, and suddenly this huge activity in price. This is the 1 minute chart right here. Suddenly this thing boom, and this thing right here, 1 minute 14 cents in range, and this was a different one because you could see the the momentum. You see this. Um, I guess if you're reading the tape, you just see it just goes real quick. So that's something you may want to note in the future. And normally when this thing runs, you just wait kind of the pullback, and then you get in on the pullback. Try to figure out when this thing pulls back. So I've seen it many times, especially on Wednesday. It's a good it's a good strategy to add, and I just took a quick, what, 11 ticks maybe. There's that 76. Yeah, uh, I took a quick 11 ticks. Well, anyways, I'm done for today. You guys, hopefully you're learning something from the channel. I know many of you guys are kind of try to figure out, decipher what I'm doing, and I'm certainly trying my best to explain everything and anything that's going on in my mind. There's not really magic to it. My trading style is nothing more than reading price action. Not just candle formation, because the okay, I guess that would be another topic. But candles, when they happen, I mean, it's already too late by the time you see this. Anyways, yeah, nothing more than price action, reading tape, and hopefully, you put on a good risk reward. If the risk reward is there, you just, my that's kind of my trigger. If the risk reward is there, I take the trade. Winner or loser, at least you always have your risk reward intact. So, anyways, y'all have a good one. Take it easy. Have a great day. Um, don't forget, smash that like channel. If you're something you see that's terrible and you decide to click that dislike button, please explain. I'd really like to improve the channel, so I can always learn. I mean, I learned from yesterday, right, as a loser, so I can certainly learn from you if I'm not doing, or I'm not explaining, I guess. So I'm assuming that someone's not understanding what I'm trying to say here. That's why they're hitting that like channel, and I'm not being trolled. All right, well, enough babbling. Y'all have a good one. Take care.